All right. Chris Casas here, Indian Springs Real Estate. Our quarterly numbers are in, and I'm here to review them with you. We're going to look at the quarterly numbers for Indian Springs, and the reason I like to use our quarterly numbers because there's just not enough sales data in the neighborhood to get any trends or barometer of what's happening. I'm going to compare them for you in two different manners. I'm going to compare what happened this quarter to the first quarter of 2025. And then I'll compare them to the first quarter of 2019 to see how much of a change we've had in the last 7 years. So to get started, let's take a look at 2025. All right, in 2025, in the first quarter, there were 4 sales that happened on an average of 73 days at an average sales price of $721,000 with a price per square foot of $329. Average listings on market was about 8 to 10. Now here in 2026, we had the same amount of sales, 4. We had 4 closings here in the first quarter, and you'll look at the actual days on market have dropped a little bit, so it's a little faster to sell those homes. However, the average sales price did drop from $721 to $661, but don't be afraid because really what the good news is that the average price per square foot went up. So the average sales price could be a bunch of smaller homes selling, not necessarily that the value of your home has dropped, where this second set of numbers here, the average price per square foot is the most important because that's how much they're really paying for those homes. And as this number goes up, that means they're actually paying more for those houses. We had a couple of really nice homes sell at a higher price per square foot, and in fact, into the mid 400s. And that will let you know that that's just an average and not necessarily what your house is worth. Now, the number of listings on the market were, again, 8 to 10 last year and a little bit less, 4 to 7. So it was still a light year. Let's take a look at 2019, which was a pre-COVID or pre-pandemic year. And there was quite a bit more action. In fact, 11 closings in this first quarter. Why is there 11 closings? It's really, I think, because of this number down here. There were far more homes on the market for buyers to look at and buy. So if you look back up, of course, our days on market were roughly the same. Price per square foot and our average sales price both went up significantly. However, we expect that in a 7-year period where our average sales price went up $420 to $661, and then our average price per square foot went from $209 to $340 per square foot. That's an amazing gain in our neighborhood. And if you bought 2019, 2020, or before, you've made some great equity in your home. Congratulations on that. And the reason why they had all those sales, look, there was 15 to 20 homes on the market. And if you look at my Coachella Valley report, you will see that there are more sales going on this year than last year. And we should have more sales in our neighborhood compared to years past, but there's just been very little inventory. So if you're thinking about selling, don't be afraid of the doom and gloom news on the marketplace and the headlines, which represent state and national markets and or data. Talk to a professional in the neighborhoods that you work, like myself, because I will share with you and show you how it's still a great market out there. There's just not a lot of opportunities for buyers in our marketplace to prove those national headlines wrong. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, work with a local professional like myself. I can share with you all of these good numbers. I'll make sure that your home looks like $1 million home by only using high quality photos, 3D tours, drone work, and social media postings to make sure you and your home gets the best exposure and is represented in the best manner possible. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, give me a call. You can reach me at 760-330-8118 or at my website at www.indianspringsrealestate.com or www.chriscasas.realestate to learn more about me, my services, and how I can help. Thanks for watching. Bye.